Good evening. This is a regular meeting of Livingston's Planning Board, and notice of this meeting has been published in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Mr. Ratner? Here. Mr. Reber? Here. Mr. Diner? Mr. Diner is here.
I'm here.
Thank you. Mr. Dufford?
Here. You want to thank her that way?
Ms. Vishnu?
Here.
Ms. Khanna?
Here.
Chairman Fernandez?
Here.
Member Fass, Member Lewis, Member Batani, Vice Chair Santola are not present this evening. We do have our board attorney and our assistant township engineer. We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Jackie. If you can call the second matter first.
That matter which was scheduled for this evening is preliminary and final site plan amendment for application numbers 2023-37-PFSP and 2023-36-M SUB amendment for Block 3100, Lot 56, 321 South Livingston Avenue, Brightview Senior Livingston Development, LLC.
Thanks, Jackie. This matter has been adjourned to March 3rd at 7 p.m. or shortly after the conference, or as soon as the conference meeting, 7 p.m. conference meeting is over. So this is notice of that change and that hearing, and no further public notice is required. Okay, moving on to the first matter.
That matter, Mr. Chairman, is minor subdivision with variances for application number 2025-87-MSUBV, Block 4904, Lot 26, 54 West Hobart Gap Road, Alta Asset Management, LLC, located in the R4 zone.
Thank you. And normally before starting, I would go through the normal procedure for the hearing, but since there's no one out in the public today, we'll just skip with that and move on. So welcome.
Is this on? Diana McGovern on behalf of the applicant, Alta Asset Management. Today we're here for a minor subdivision application and a C variance for lot area. In this zone, 9,375 square feet are required. We seek to subdivide the property. The first lot that we are proposing, lot 26.01, would be 8,126.05 square feet, so we are short 1,248.95 square feet. However, the total lot area, inclusive of the 125-foot right-of-way for that lot, is 11,227.4 square feet. The second lot, 26.02, we're proposing 8,629.2 square feet, so we're short 745.8 square feet. The total lot area, inclusive of the 125 right-of-way space, is 10,778 square feet. I should advise the board that the Essex County Planning Board approved the application on October 29, 2025. I have two witnesses tonight, Camille Wiskowski, the managing member of Alta Asset Management, the property owner, and we also have Charles Baldanza, who's wearing two hats tonight. He's being our engineer and he's also our planner. So if I could call Mr. Wiskowski, please. First.
If we can do the swearing in, I'd like to swear in all of the witnesses, including the board professional as well.
Right.
So if everybody could raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to be providing in this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Okay, and then again, just from left to right, I guess my right to my left, if you could just state your name and spelling for the record.
Camille Wizikowski, KamilWyrzyk,
Charles Baldanza, last name is spelled Baldanza.
Rocco Marucci, last name Marucci.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. You call your first witness.
Thank you. Camille, you are the managing member of Alta Asset Management?
Yes,
And do you own the property at 54 West Hobart Gap Road?
yes.
What's currently on the property?
On the property is a older home that's lived past its usable life. It's got a failing foundation, sagging floors. It's also really close to the street, probably, I would say, within 20, 25 feet of the, probably 20 feet of the street, so. And there's a oversized driveway, and that's about it.
Okay. And what do you propose to do?
I'm proposing to demolish this existing home and build two new homes that are suitable and expected in today's, with today's buyers and residents in Livingston.
So the board planner and engineer, I think it is, both were interested in parking on the site and some general parameters. Do you understand, and would it be an agreement that whatever is built here will not exceed the habitable floor area ratio that is required in the zone? Is that correct?
That is correct.
And what would you, I know we don't have any architectural plans, but what would you anticipate? We have the building envelope outlined. What is it in your mind that you would be building there if it were to be developed by you?
Sure. So it's going to be a two-car garage, and then it's going to be a center hall colonial. On the first floor, as you walk in, there's going to be a home office for the stay-at-home and working parents. We would have an ensuite with a bedroom on the first floor for any elderly in-laws or any guests that might be staying, with a dining room and open concept family room, kitchen. Upstairs, we're gonna have 4 bedrooms, three bathrooms, laundry room, and then we're gonna have a finished basement with like a rec space.
The parking on site, you mentioned two-car garage, and how many actual spaces vehicles could park for each property?
Sure, based on the site plan that we're proposing, we can easily fit an additional 4 cars in the driveway, in addition to 2 into the garage.
And you have a general, we're going to hear from our planner, but you have a general knowledge of what the other properties in the area look like. Could you just provide an overview to the board regarding the other properties that are adjacent to you and on that street?
Sure, so I actually did a project on Crescent Road, which is right around the corner. Most of the properties, I would say over 95% within the 500-foot radius, are around 60 feet wide by 150 feet deep. So the majority of them are undersized. Several of them are 50-foot wide on Meadowbrook, and also about 125 feet deep, so they're really, really undersized. So we would certainly be, very comparable, if not actually larger than most of the existing lots within the 500-foot radius, and even further down Crescent and all those roads.
And just finally, you do understand that if you have any further future activity that would change any of the bulk requirements, you'd be back in front of this board?
Yes, I understand.
Thank you. The board may have questions.
Would you agree to a condition that the home that proposed to be built will meet all the, zoning requirements, the bulk requirements?
Yes.
Okay. This way avoid coming back to
Yeah,
board, or we're running over to
do
zoning.
it as a condition. Agreed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The size of both homes are going to be on on the subdivided lot, and the existing lot will be identical?
We're proposing identical, but maybe they'll be, within 1 or 2 square feet different, but they're gonna be, generally speaking, when I'm building something in the R4 zone, I like to stay about 20 square feet below the maximum, just to give us some sort of margin for error.
Okay.
God forbid something were to
So
happen.
the concept of both homes are identical to what you were
That is-
describing
Yes,
previously.
that is correct. We're gonna be around 3207 square feet.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions from the board? Rocco, any questions? Thank you.
Okay, Charlie. Okay, Charlie, let's take you through some of your credentials. We're offering you as both our engineering expert as well as our planning expert. So let's start with your educational background for both of those, and go into your licenses if you could.
Yeah, I have a master's degree in architecture from NJIT. I had my own design firm since 2014. I'm a licensed architect, registered architect, professional engineer, and professional planner in the state of New Jersey. And I regularly appear before land use boards, and I've had the pleasure of appearing before this board on several occasions.
And you hold an engineering license in the state of New Jersey that's in good standing?
I do.
And with respect to your planning license, is that also with New Jersey?
Yes, it is.
And is that in good standing?
Yes.
I offer Mr. Baldanza as an expert in both engineering and planning.
Thank you. Any questions or objections from the board? Hearing none, the board accepts you as an expert in planning and engineering.
Thank you.
Okay, Charlie, did you prepare the engineering site plan for this project?
Yes,
Okay, want to take the board through that?
yes.
And the subdivision plan?
Yeah, as indicated, the subject property is 54 West Hobart Gap Road. We're in the R4 zone. The nearest intersections are Meadowbrook Road to the west and Crescent Road to the east. There's currently a single-family home on the property. I do disagree with one thing Mr. Wizakowski said. The house is not, the existing house is not 20 feet back. It's actually about 1 foot back, 1 foot back from the road. So the existing house is an older home. It's non-conforming in the zone. As you can see, I'm showing sheet SP2, which is the existing conditions plan. It's a rather large lot. The subject area, the property itself is 22,005.4 square feet. We have 16,755.3 square feet within 125 feet of the right-of-way, whereas 9,375 is what's required. So it's certainly oversized for one home in the zone. I'm going to go back to the site plan, and you can see we have the parcel map and the aerial map, which I'm going to describe the neighborhood. And in fact, I might introduce, is it possible for me to introduce that exhibit that we had prepared?
We have another exhibit, you're talking yes.
Yeah, I prepared an exhibit which is the tax map, and I think it's going to illustrate very well the situation.
That would be A1?
Yeah, it could be A1. This was prepared by my office, and what it is it's the Livingston tax map. It's actually 3 sheets from the tax map, and what it indicates is the site and a 200-foot radius and a 500-foot radius. So let me just mention too, as indicated, we plan on demolishing an existing home. We want to subdivide the property into 2 lots. We are going to comply with all of the bulk standards. Just want to make sure that that's underlined. So our proposed houses will comply with all the bulk standards, and the only variances that we need are the lot area within 120 feet of the public right-of-way. So the site's suitable for the project because the proposed single-family homes will function well on the site. We're in the single-family residential district, and the proposed homes will be similar to the other homes in the neighborhood. And as I said, we comply with all the bulk requirements except for the exception of the 2 requested variances. So let me show you the neighborhood because it indicates what we're trying to do here. The neighboring homes on West Hobart Gap Road are all undersized lots. In fact, I counted 42 single-family properties within the 500-foot radius that's shown here. And of the ones, so 42 properties, not including our site in the middle. And of those 42, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's a fifth one. So we only have those properties, we have a total of 5 properties, and I'll read what they are. They're 120 Meadowbrook. These are on the far side of Meadowbrook. This is the R4 zone. The R3 zone starts beyond that. So we only have the furthest lots that are on Meadowbrook as compliant lots. It came to my attention that this lot 38 on Meadowbrook was actually subdivided last year or the year before, let's say recently. So that was subdivided, that's a 100-foot wide lot, and that was subdivided into 2 homes, which were built recently on the property. As far as Crescent Road goes, all the properties are 60-foot wide consistently all the way up. And by being 60-foot wide, we cannot have, simple math tells us, we cannot have the required square footage for the lots. So that's the point of me showing this, is that our lots are very much a match for the neighborhood. And in fact, if you look at this, you can see that our lot stands out as being unusually large for the entire neighborhood. So therefore, our contention is that by doing this subdivision, we'll be creating 2 new homes that fit much better into the neighborhood than what is there now.
Okay, and I'll have not a 1-foot front yard setback,
And
correct?
we'll be conforming, yeah. in
Okay, could
setback.
you, so the dimensions of the new lots would be what then?
Okay, the dimensions, I'm gonna go back to my site plan. So the dimension of a lot, excuse me. The dimensions of a lot are, it's easier for me to read from my paper here, is, we're proposing our lot, 26.01 has a width of 65.36 feet, and 26.02 has a width of 69.74. So in fact, our proposed lots are quite a bit wider than even the homes that are along our immediate neighbors on West Hobart Gap Road.
Can you also, now I know I think it was the board engineer or the planner's report asked us to establish through testimony a description of the lot area that we're showing and where that 125-foot right-of-way would fall on our properties. If you could just, I don't know if you can
Yeah.
put that up and demonstrate for the board how that would work.
As far as the,
Where the line would, why we're short, in other words.
well,
because
we're short essentially, we have longer, we have quite a bit of lot area. We have a longer parcel than,
And where is the 125-foot right-of-way that we can't utilize in our calculations?
I could show you approximately. Unfortunately, I don't know how I could scale it on here. But let me answer the question by saying we have 192.12 feet on the one side, and we have 152.66 total depth on the right side. So our 125 feet would be back here. That would be all that we would be required to have. I'm roughly
Okay.
showing where that would be, but.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'm looking at the engineering review comments. Are we able to comply with all of the comments as recommended by the engineer?
Yes.
Okay. And we'd agree to that as a condition, obviously. Road opening permit and the like. All right. The plan that we have shows the outline of the buildings. Do they conform with all the other bulk standards in the town?
Yes.
Okay. We went through lot conditions, the topography on the site, is it level?
It's relatively flat. It slopes down from the northeast towards the southwest. Gently sloping, and we're going to comply with the requirements of the town and the lot surface drainage requirements
Okay,
at
so
the time that we would hand in.
You'll work with the township engineer to prepare an acceptable stormwater management plan for both
Yes.
properties? Okay. Also, with respect to tree removal, we will abide by the tree removal statute. How many trees approximately would be
Well, the main tree that I'm aware of, there's one tree close to the existing home, which is here, which is gonna have to be removed. I walked the property and most of the trees are around the perimeter.
Okay.
But if there's any, stray trees, we'll try to either protect them if we can and, if not, we'll follow the recommendations for replacement.
Okay, so now if we could talk in terms of planning testimony, this would be under a C2 variance?
Yes.
Justification, if you could explain or give your reasons to the board regarding why this would be an appropriate subdivision.
Okay. The justifications are under the C2 bulk variances. In order to justify a C2 variance, as the board is aware, we need to demonstrate that the proposal relates to the specific piece of property. The purposes of the MLUL will be advanced by a deviation from the zoning ordinance. The variances can be granted without substantial detriment to the public good. The benefits of the deviation would substantially outweigh any detriment, and the variance will not impair the intent and purpose of the zone plan and zoning ordinance. So, just to go through these very quickly, clearly this is a specific piece of property. This is a unique piece of property. It's an oversized lot in the zone. It certainly is unique in the area. Let's talk about the purposes of the MLUL. I think it furthers several purposes. Purpose A, to encourage municipal action to guide the appropriate use of development. I think the proposed two lots with the areas within 125 feet would be more appropriate use in the R4 zoning district than the existing oversized single lot. I think purpose E is furthered by to promote the establishment of appropriate population densities and concentrations that will contribute to the well-being of persons, neighborhood, and communities, regions, et cetera. And for the simple reason that, this is overall, we have 22,000 square foot lots, one lot, 22,055 square feet. It's clearly meant to be two single-family homes. Therefore, we more closely resemble the zone plan than the single lot. I think we're promoting, reason I is to promote a desirable visual environment through creative development techniques, good civic design and arrangement. We're proposing two modern homes that meet the needs of today's population on two lots that more closely match those of the existing neighborhood in size and more closely comply with the intent of the master plan. Let's talk about the public good. The public good in this case can be described as the immediate residential neighborhood. These variances can be granted without detriment to the public good. The new homes will more closely resemble the majority of homes in the immediate neighborhood. And houses that are otherwise conforming in the bulk requirements of the zone can be built on the lots despite not having the required 9375 square feet within 125 feet of the right-of-way. As far as benefits and detriments go, the benefit to the public good from this proposed development is the proposed development will create these two new homes. The benefits also that we're going to be putting in modern roof drainage, discharging away from neighboring properties. We're going to be grading our properties appropriately, attractive architectural design, a building built up to modern new codes and safety regulations, energy efficiency standards. As I said, we're going to be following all the tree removal requirements and grading requirements. So there's no detriments to the public good from this proposal. As far as the intended purpose of the master plan and zoning regulations, to me, there's no substantial detriment to the zoning regulations master plan. I think we're consistent with the three goals of the master plan of 2018 to preserve and enhance the primarily residential character of the community, to maintain the balance of residential, business, and public uses, and to preserve and improve the quality of life. So just by replacing this dwelling with these two new modern homes, for the benefit and enjoyment of the current and future residents, is consistent with all three goals of the master plan. And furthermore, the 2018 master plan specifically discussed the R4 zone, which was described as the oldest district in the township and recommends consideration be given to rezoning. So I believe that this indicates that a large number of non-conforming undersized lots are a well-known characteristic of a lot, as we've seen on a neighboring Crescent Avenue and Meadowbrook. Therefore, the proposed improvement will in fact advance the goals and recommendations of the master plan and can be granted without substantially impairing the intent and purposes of the master plan.
All right.
And if I were to, I don't know if there's any other questions, but Diana, but I would sum up by saying, just in my opinion as a professional planner, these variances for lot size can be granted as the benefits substantially outweigh any possible detriments.
Thank you. Just for the record, we were asked if we would be doing this by deed if the board were to accept this as a subdivision.
By deed? Thank
By
you.
deed, yes. I think the board, I have no more questions. I think the board probably has some for you, Charlie.
Your November 7th letter says you either have or will comply with all of the comments from our planner.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
and the engineering.
So for the record, we're referencing the November 6th Planners Report revised November 21st, 2025. Specifically on pages 2 and 3, I'm calling out conditions item number 3, item number 5, item number 6, and 11. All you would agree that those would all be conditions to any approved resolution?
I'm just going through them now. We're on, wait, that was.
Page 2.
Pages 2 and 3?
So we've got item 3, item 5.
Correspondence, applicant, yes. All of these things, Mr. Balden's already responded to
Yep,
that we would be
I just want
supplying.
to make sure so
Yes.
that, I want to look at this
Yep.
for my source when it comes to
For
the
conditions.
resolution. Yep.
Agreed, yes,
Item
understood.
6, item 11. That's what I have as conditions.
Right, everything else seems to have been addressed already.
Yeah,
And then with respect to the board's engineer report, which is dated November 10th, 2025, on page 2, I'm looking at condition under engineering review comments. Number 2, number 4, and then 6 through 11.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, very good, thank you.
The existing driveways are going to be closed and then new driveways are going to be open, or you're going to be using some of the
Are you
existing
using
driveway?
this existing driveway? or
No, we're
completely
going to have new driveways.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board?
Does anyone live there now?
No.
Any other questions? Rocco, anything from you for this?
No, my comments were addressed as
Thanks.
part of testimony. Thank you.
And just so the record is clear, there are no members of the audience here to ask any questions, so I just want to put that on the record. Anything further?
We have nothing further. I don't even think our application is pretty self-evident. We like to subdivide the property. We're off by several feet on lot area, but otherwise we will comply with all of the bulk standards within the township.
Thank you, and there's no one here in the, again, for the record, there are no members of the public here in the audience to make any sworn statements in favor of or in opposition to the application. Anything further?
No?
No traffic studies, no signage?
How big do you want the
Just
number
what we
on
want
the
to hear.
house?
Yeah, as a traffic expert. No disrespect to the traffic experts. The parties having had an opportunity to make closing statements, it appears to the chair that the applicant, all interested persons, and the board members have had reasonable opportunity to be heard, and that the evidentiary record of this hearing ought to be closed. Absent objection, in the absence of any motion for a continuance, the evidentiary record is closed, and no further testimony or evidence shall be heard. At this point, all board members shall now have the opportunity to state and discuss their views on the application.
Happy to do so.
Thank you, Mr. Diner.
First of all, thank you. This is a really terrific application. We don't get to see so many that are willing to comply the way you have. And with the exception of the one variance, which is the setback in the front, I clearly believe that this is a dramatic improvement to what is currently there, a definite benefit to the community, and that I appreciate a really well-put-together application and what you're going to do. And thank you. I don't know if you're looking for a motion or not. I would make a motion to approve the application as submitted, that they've met the requirements on the planning side of the variance. And again, I think that this is definitely going to be an improvement to what's there in conformity with what you're presenting. And your commitments not to have to be coming back because you've decided to change your mind and put something bigger there. So, thank you.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
And, yeah, I think, from the testimony, the requirements for a C2 variance also have been, have been met. And thank you for the application. Thank you for the testimony and the presentation. Jackie?
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, Member Wishnu is going to be voting in place of absent Member Santola. Member Khanna is going to be voting in place of absent Member Foss. Mr. Diner?
Yes.
Mr. Reaper?
Yes.
Mr. Ratner?
Yes.
Mr. Dufford?
Yes.
Ms. Wishnu?
Yes.
Ms. Khanna?
Yes.
Chairman Fernandez?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Okay. With that, and with our little announcement that we're done, Mr. Diner, if we can have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you very much. Now you have a long drive home. For a short meeting.
It's all good?
Thank you.